With career updates and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Ahead of SmackDown, CM Punk would throw the opening pitch for the Chicago Bears game. When it comes to AJ Styles possibly retiring after his WWE contract expires, Ringside News said AJ Styles created retirement rumors with his Instagram post of an hourglass, but new details about his WWE contract provide more clarity about the whole situation. According to Fightful Select, WWE extended Styles' deal by 1 year earlier this year, hoping to keep him with the company longer. It was also revealed that Styles' current contract is now set to expire in February 2026, right after the Royal Rumble and just before WrestleMania season. It was also noted that WWE plans to revisit AJ Styles' status and interest as that date approaches, but for now, fans know Styles will remain phenomenal on WWE programming for several months. In 2019, AJ Styles revealed that he had spoken with AEW's Young Bucks about possibly joining their promotion. However, those conversations never reached the stage of discussing money. Instead, Styles chose to re-sign with WWE that same year, making it clear at the time that he intended for it to be the final contract of his wrestling career. As for Styles' current run in WWE, he is expected to continue his feud with Dominic Mysterio at the Worlds Collide event next week, so we'll have to see what the future holds for Styles once his contract expires next year. Talking about his status with AEW and a potential return to WWE, Chris Jericho told Daily Mail, "The best thing that can happen to wrestling is AEW, and the fact that there are two huge promotions that you can choose from just makes it better for the guys, makes it better for the fans, and everybody in between. I'm not going anywhere for a long while. I'm still with AEW for right now. Would I go back to WWE? I wouldn't be opposed to it. We just have to see what happens. The best thing that can happen is to have two great teams that you can play for, and that just makes everything bigger and more exciting." This comes after reports have claimed that Jericho's deal with AEW is expiring this year and that WWE is expecting him to return. Explaining why John Cena's final match in WWE won't be in Boston, Ringside News noted that fans were pretty shocked when it was announced that John Cena's final match would not be taking place in Boston. While we now know where it's going to be held, the reason behind his last match not taking place in Boston has been revealed. John Alba reported that John Cena's final match not happening in Boston comes down to WWE and TKO wanting to make it a full destination weekend. The company planned to build events around the Saturday night's main event taping, including things like an Undertaker one-man show. According to bidding documents, WWE had mapped out this approach earlier in the year and invited cities to put in offers to host. Boston strongly pushed for Cena's farewell, but WWE decided against it. Officials in the city were frustrated with how WWE handled communication during the bidding process, especially when comparing the company's demands to past events in Boston. The reasoning also came down to timing. WWE and TKO want Cena's last match to serve as a big tourism draw, and December in Boston, right in the middle of the holiday season, was not seen as the ideal setting. As reported earlier, John Cena's final match will take place at Saturday night's main event on December 13th at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. While Boston fans may feel disappointed, WWE's decision shows the company's current approach of turning major events into full-scale tourism attractions. Cena's farewell weekend in Washington, D.C. is expected to be a landmark event as one of wrestling's biggest stars competes for the very last time. Revealing Bryan Danielson's new role in AEW, president of the company, Tony Khan, wrote this on X. Starting this Wednesday, Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, will join the Wednesday night AEW Dynamite commentary team full-time. Welcome back, Bryan, on Dynamite this Wednesday night. Plus, see you on TNT and or HBO Max, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for Saturday night's AEW Collision tonight. Talking about his issues with Seth Rollins, Post Malone told GQ, "I did attend a WWE show. I think me and Seth Rollins got beef. You can put that on paper too. You, me, Seth Rollins. WrestleMania 2026. Come on, baby. I've always wanted to do that. I figured if I had a different musculature and different career path, I would love to have been a WWE wrestler." After making her return to WWE to back up her husband, CM Punk, against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, AJ Lee has signed with the promotion. As Bodyslam.net reported, AJ's full-time status signals something bigger. WWE is investing in her as a cornerstone of the division again. With AJ Lee's return to WWE on SmackDown, the buzz is quite high amongst WWE and the talent. Touching on AJ Lee's next appearance for WWE, Ringside News said, according to PW Insider, the talk backstage at last night's SmackDown was that AJ Lee is expected to appear on this Monday's Raw. Her appearance will confirm the setup for a mixed tag team match, AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch at the WWE WrestlePalooza event on September 20th. There has been some controversy surrounding Wade Barrett. For context, he said this about Nikki Bella at the Clash in Paris kickoff show. "I think she's fantastic. She was absolutely, for my money, the best of her era and did everything she could have possibly done. However, she's now trying to recapture former glory. When you talk about desperate, to me, the desperate one is Nikki Bella in this situation. Desperate to prove she still has it against this new generation that have changed the game." Nikki then responded to this remark on her podcast. "I would love to have a conversation with Wade Barrett, and he avoided me on Monday, which was shocking because he always comes up and says hi to me, and he tried to avoid making eye contact with me in the hallway. And I understand when you want to be heel commentator and stuff, but then there's one thing of like Michael Cole does this beautifully, and this is why Michael Cole is one of the greatest commentators. He knows how to take a life story and put it into what we do because that is real. We don't go out there as robots or superheroes. We're actually professional athletes, and we go through real things, and we have to, put that a part of it. And honestly, that stuff really doesn't bother me because I get it. Like, I was watching the pre-show and I saw what Wade was saying about me, even on the pre-show, and I was sitting there getting ready in the locker room. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Not sending you a Christmas card, Barrett issued a response to Nikki on X, writing, "I had no idea Nicole felt this way, and I'm happy to have this conversation anytime she likes. I wish she'd brought it up when we said hello to each other at Raw, rather than via her podcast. I don't understand the avoiding claim at all. Simply not true." Barrett then followed up by writing, "Great news, Fight fans. Nikki and I have spoken, we've smoothed things over, and have graciously been allowed back into the Bella Army. Fully paid up member since FCW 2008. A difference of perspective to which we are all entitled, but to be clear, some of the personal abuse that gets sent to Nikki on here is reprehensible and completely out of line, so let's cut that out immediately." Now, Ringside News has said this: Wade Barrett has been part of the SmackDown commentary team alongside Joe Tessitore for a long time now. However, it seems Barrett has been removed from his role entirely now. According to PW Insider, Wade Barrett is no longer part of WWE's commentary commentary rotation. It was noted that Wade Barrett will be off the road going forward, as his time as a commentator on the main roster shows has come to an end. It was announced during the September 5th episode of WWE SmackDown that Michael Cole and Corey Graves are now the official commentators for SmackDown, replacing Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. The duo will also handle commentary duties on Raw, so they'll be pulling double duty. The exact reason for the change hasn't been confirmed. This comes after Wade Barrett was caught up in controversy after making a remark about Nikki Bella's age. He later went on Twitter and said he was open to apologizing to her, and they eventually patched things up as well. Some have asked if this is fallout of Barrett's comments about Nikki Bella at the Clash in Paris event pre-show, but it's not confirmed that this is the case. On top of that, no details have been shared about Joe Tessitore's status. Wade Barrett leaving the commentary desk is another big change for WWE's announce teams. Now that Michael Cole and Corey Graves will be calling both Raw and SmackDown, we'll have to see what will become of Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore in the future. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.